So today we are going to look at some interesting positions, starting with this. You can first try to understand what's going on. Yeah, look at white pieces, look at black pieces. Please leave the pieces there, but let's focus here. This is a very critical position. There's no need to raise hands now. That habit you need to stop. As soon as you see something, don't decide. Give it time, understand, then make decisions. Those who make decision instantly will regret it while playing.
Yeah, like they'll get revenge.
No, they will lose pieces
Yeah.
when they make mistakes fast.
Oh.
So you need to first understand the position. If you understand properly, you will see what are the threats and what can white do. This is white to play and win. There is a winning move for white. There is no need to raise hand. This is the time to think and decide. Once you have decided, after 1 minute, we will discuss. This is the time to think. Hello, Dhriti. So it's white to play and win, a very critical position, important
one move?
position. Any number of moves, the number of moves don't matter. First try to understand the position. That's more important than think about the number of moves. Hello. Silence guys, people are thinking, so please be quiet. Shrenik, focus here please. Who is speaking? Silence, please. People are thinking. If you don't want to think, you don't have to say anything at all. Let everyone else think. You will regret not thinking later if you don't think now.
What do you mean by critical?
Huh?
What do you mean by critical?
Like if you make the wrong move, it will be loss. If you make the right move or moves, you will win. So that's why it's very critical, serious position. Okay, how many of you have decided? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, everyone? Okay. Let's start with Pant, who had decided very fast.
Move the queen to C8C.
C8. And then what happens?
Checkmate.
Because you're not thinking. It is not checkmate. Rook and block. That is the time you need to use to think. Instead of saying I already decided in 2 seconds, try to calculate what happens next. Just because you play a check doesn't mean game is over. If you didn't even see this check blocking the check, that means you didn't look properly. That's why I asked you to think properly. So you didn't choose to do that, and that's why you gave the wrong answer. Let's ask Myra.
Sir, pawn to
Hello.
A6.
Pawn to A6. How will pawn go to A6?
Sorry.
This is what people have decided so fast. Okay, Parth.
Rook to
Hmm.
E4.
Rook to E4. Now, what will your opponent do, Parth? Let's say you play Rook to E4. What will Black's next move be? What do you think Black will do? Smile, what will Black do?
Queen to A1.
Yeah. So that is why you have to first understand the position. Your opponent is threatening checkmate on A1. So if you 1 second, B2 is not checkmate, that's just a free bishop. Queen A1 is the threat. So you have to understand what your opponent is trying to do. That is what you're supposed to do in the 1 minute to think. First, see what is going on. Not just what you can do. What is your opponent trying to do also you have to understand. So if you play a quiet move or slow move like rook takes pawn, it's game over. You get checkmated. Queen A1 is mate, king can't take because bishop is there. What did Rayansh Manna decide?
Sir, queen to G2.
Queen to G2 here. Checkmate. Shrenik?
Sir, queen to B2.
Queen to B2. Very nice. Queen takes queen checkmate. So what is this excitement about? First decide properly, guys. You guys are blundering checkmate in 1 move and you're saying I've decided. In 30 seconds you've decided. 1 second. Once. Yes.
Queen goes to G2. How's it checkmate?
Queen goes to G2. Queen A1 is... Queen A1 king will move. Yeah. But Queen A1 king moves. Wait. If queen goes to G2, I'll first take here with check. Where will the king go? So it'll become checkmate eventually because there's a rook, queen and bishop and the king is stuck. So the queen is like abandoning the king side.
So then
Or queen a1 also looks good, but both these moves look good. Actually, if the queen moves, I'll play rook takes pawn. Not even queen takes. Rook takes pawn. And that will be checkmate. Oh, that's still not checkmate. King can move. But then queen a2. And then when king moves, checkmate. So the king will get checkmated there. Shrenik learned to decide properly. You already got a chance. So let's ask Rayan Shukla. What will you play for white? You had decided already, na? What did you decide? I'm just asking you what you decided.
Queen to E.
Queen to e2. Same problem. Rook takes pawn and king gets checkmated. So let's first understand the main things in the position. Before you think about moves, first thing to understand is there is a threat. Queen a1 is a checkmate threat. Rook takes pawn is also a checkmate threat. So there are two threats in the position. Your king is almost checkmated. So there is no time to play slow moves like rook takes pawn or queen e2, g2. Not going to work. So it has to be something sharp, something fast. And the only move that's fast is queen check. That Pandit decided in 2 seconds, thinking it is checkmate. But it's not checkmate. Queen check, rook will block. And then what to do? That's what you have to think about. Have you decided, Smile?
After
Queen c8.
and after blocks queen to
Huh.
6, 7, c6.
Then again I block. So you can make a draw like that. Like what Smile is saying is check, rook blocks, check, rook blocks, check, rook blocks. You can repeat it 3 times and it's a draw. Right? So white can draw this. He doesn't have to lose. But there is a way to win. So let's try to find the way to win. Yes, Parth.
So can you put the position that
This
we
is
can
the position.
understand it?
This is the position.
Sir, is it into?
No, that you have to calculate. You cannot make the move without calculating what happens next. You have to see what happens before you play the move. Yes, Parth.
Is it c1?
Queen to c1, then just rook takes pawn, check. The king has to run, queen a2 check, mate. The king, you cannot defend this checkmate. There's 3 pieces looking at your king. There's no way to defend your position. So you have to go for that. So you need to start thinking about this. I already told you what happens after queen check, rook blocks is what you have to think about. Not how to defend. Defending is not possible. Because there's too many threats. This is a threat and this is a threat.
Oh, I think.
Yes, Myra.
Sir, after that, queen can go to c6.
Again I block. And then what? So we need, yes, anyone?
Oh.
Yes, Shrenik?
Sir, queen to a2.
Queen a2, rook takes pawn, check.
Sir, after c8, we can also go to.
What will you do after rook takes pawn?
After c8,
The king has
we
to
can
move here
go
and
to
then take a queen.
c7. After c8, we can go to c7, right?
You checkmate here, no? Rook takes pawn, you will get checkmated here. If you go to c8, I block. You come to c7, that's a slow move. You're giving your opponent time to make a move. He can play any move he wants. He can play rook takes pawn.
Then you can
The-
take his bishop.
It's a check. You cannot do anything other than moving the king. And then it's going to be checkmate. After king moves, checkmate. So you'll get checkmated in a lot of ways if you give him time to do that. So let's go back. Queen was here. King was here. Pawn is here.
So, sir, from there
This is
he'll
the
have to
position.
do a check, then he'll have to move then only because
Huh. So if you make a move without a check, you will get checkmated here. So every move has to be a check. But what else can we do
So-
other than the checks?
Sir, can we do this?
Huh.
First queen to c.
Hmm.
c8.
Okay. So queen c8 is the correct first move. I block. Now
Then,
what? Yes. Abra.
is it the rook to e4?
Then checkmate. No, we already saw
So-
that. Queen a1 is
so then-
checkmate. That's a threat. Yes,
So then,
Parth.
Rook to
Hmm. Your queen is hanging.
c1.
Rook takes queen. I just take your queen.
Then
Rook takes back. I move the king. You're down our queen. That is not going to save your position. Oh, one second. Rayansh was saying something.
pawn push d.
Blocking the bishop. But then I'll take a queen, no? You mean before? Okay, so let's go back. So this position you want to just push the pawn, blocking the bishop off. Then I just play rook takes pawn. Because that's also a threat, not just the bishop and queen giving checkmate. This is now almost checkmate. King cannot move, so queen has to take. I'll take your queen. And I have a bishop and queen, your king is still stuck. So let's go back. Rook was here, pawn is here, this position. So queen check is the correct first move. Rook blocks, queen check again is the correct second move. Rook again blocks. Now you have to find a way to get one more piece to give checkmate. But there is no time to make a slow move because then he will play queen a1 and all that. So how can we get one more piece to help the queen? The queen alone cannot give the checkmate because the rook blocks. If a rook can get here, it's mate. That's why a lot of you are saying rook takes
will
pawn.
have to sacrifice a queen.
Then with what are you going to give checkmate?
Two rooks. Sir, I think.
How will you give checkmate with two rook? Opponent has a queen.
Sir, I think
Sacrifice means for a reason, not simply giving up a queen. That's not a sacrifice.
So,
Yes,
rook-
Myra.
Rook takes pawn now.
Rook takes pawn, then same problem. Queen b3 check. Queen takes pawn check. King has to move here and then queen b2 checkmate. Bishop is still there. So there is no time for a slow move. That's the thing. It has to be checks. Without, if you don't give a check, he is going to play queen takes pawn, king moves, checkmate. So we need this rook to come here and give a checkmate. But it cannot jump, right? So we need some way to get a position where the rook is pinned and the rook should be able to go in.
Sir,
Okay.
queen to e4.
Queen to e4.
No, I mean e4.
Queen to e4. Oh, how will you go? Oh, queen takes pawn. Then again queen takes pawn check. You're again getting checkmated path. You're forgetting what that your opponent is not there to say hi to you. He's there to checkmate you. So if you simply don't do anything, he'll give checkmate to you. Now king moves. Here you cannot move. Bishop is there. Here you move. Checkmate. So don't forget that there is an opponent who's trying to do what is best for him. You're just thinking about what is best for you, forgetting that there's an opponent. So let's understand there are threats. This is a direct threat right now in this position. The direct threat is queen takes pawn and when king moves, checkmate. So if you give black a move, he'll do that. The rook is pinned, rook can't move. So yes, Meher.
Queen to c2.
Then queen a1 checkmate.
I need somehow to one.
I can even play rook takes pawn, but queen a1 is direct checkmate. Yes, Shrenik.
Sir, pawn push to d4. But sir,
Pawn push to d4, how does that change anything? Queen takes pawn?
Sir, rook cannot take the pawn because.
Rook can't. Oh, when the queen moves, she is moving queen here, no? Then the rook can move. Yes, Shrenik, what's the plan?
C1.
Then queen b2 checkmate.
Sir, but the bishop is blocked.
Who wants a bishop? My rook is supporting my queen. So if you move the queen, checkmate. Done. Blocking the bishop doesn't. You're still trying to defend the checkmate. That's not going to be possible. You are left with just a king. He's got 3 pieces. You stop one piece, there's 2. So you're getting overpowered there with 2 pieces. So you can't defend the checkmate. So you guys are still trying to stop the checkmate, but you can't. You have to give him checkmate. Before he gives you checkmate, you got to give him checkmate. So the idea is to get this rook here, but without giving him the move to checkmate you. So how can we get that? Once again, Meher.
Queen to c8.
Queen to c8 rook blocks. You come back, I again block. That we've already reached. Yes, Myra.
Pawn takes pawn.
Pawn takes pawn. Queen takes pawn. You're again getting checkmated. Making a pawn move when you're about to get checkmated. Your opponent is there to checkmate you. We cannot forget that fact. So I'll give a clue. I already told you this rook needs to come here. But you cannot take the time to play rook takes pawn because he will checkmate you. So that means your queen has to take this pawn.
So that's
With check. With check. What do you mean? What is it, Bandh?
I'm going to tell that.
Queen takes pawn.
Yeah, the same thing.
Then queen takes pawn checkmate. Simply taking the pawn will not work. We already saw that. You have to understand your opponent is about to checkmate you. So going and taking a pawn will not stop checkmate. You will get checkmated. Okay. Rayansh.
So queen to e8.
Queen to e8. Smayan, what was your move?
Queen to e8.
Queen to e8. So Smayan had 1 second. Now let them answer. Smayan had. Oh, okay. Okay, fine. All 4. You also have queen e8, is it? Okay, all 4 of you. After I block, what's the plan? All 4 of
Queen
you.
to
Yeah.
e8.
Now you take the pawn. I block.
Now,
Now
queen.
where?
Okay.
Queen e8. Okay, I block.
Um,
Next.
then-
Checkmate in 2 moves.
Oh.
One. 4 of you. These 4. Rayansh? Yeah.
So queen to c6.
Queen comes back, I block.
And then rook.
That's it. So your queen had to do a little bit of a dance from here, then back here, and then the rook is able to give checkmate. So why do this dance? Because we're not giving time for black to do anything else. It's all checks. You did every move with a check.
Check.
That's why he
checkmate.
couldn't give the checkmate he wanted to give.
It's basically check.
Yeah. So no, how many checks was it? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
and then 5. Fifth move was checkmate. Okay.
Checkmate.
Combines to checkmate.
Okay. Let's go to the next position. Yes, Yeah, these are not easy
We
positions.
play games.
After the position, it's always, it's not the
After
first class.
this
only.
position, right?
This is asking like it's the first class. So now the next position I'm going to show you, silence guys. The next position I'm going to show you, it's not like this one. Here you have to find a way to win. In the next position, you have to find a way to defend opponent's threat of checkmate. So I'll first set the position. 1 second.
It's in a check position.
I'm setting the position, so please be quiet.
Who's supposed to give checkmate here?
Nobody's supposed to give checkmate.
No, meaning who is threatening?
That you will see once you set the position.
So this is like the middle.
Yeah, it's a middle game. Just like last one, na Pant? Such an easy position you decide in 2 seconds.
I didn't tell that. I told such a weird position.
Oh, weird position, okay.
Why
It's
is
a-
it such a weird position?
This is a normal thing.
Such a nice position.
Okay, so this is the position. First question to everybody is, what is black's threat? Think guys. Okay, let's start with Smile. What do you say? What is the threat? What move is black trying to play?
Queen to
Huh.
f2.
Queen to f2 is a nice way to blunder the queen. Let me ask Myra.
Sir, queen taking the rook.
Queen taking rook is another nice way to blunder the queen. Very good. Rayansh?
Sir, queen to h2.
Yeah, that's why it's important to look properly. Then good. You have to look properly. Give yourself. Yeah, first you have to give yourself the time to look at all the pieces. Yes, Pand, already queen h2 was told. That is the correct threat. Black is about to give a checkmate. So now it looks like white has no way to stop it. Is there a way? How, Mahir?
Check.
Check where?
Queen to b4.
Queen b4 check. Okay. I move my king to, let's say, king g7. If I go here, you will take my bishop with check, and then queen will take with check. It will be bad for me. I'll go here. Now what? I'm still threatening checkmate.
Bishop.
Yeah, Strenik.
c3.
C3. Queen c3 check. I go back. I go to h7.
Sir,
So what was the point of the check? So moves should have a reason, Strenik. Simply randomly giving moves is not good. You should have a reason for playing the move. Yes, Dhriti, what did you want to say?
bishop to d3.
Bishop takes pawn. Yeah. If you do that, let's see. Queen check. You're trying to run, right? King moves, but you won't run far. Queen takes. Queen check. King moves, and queen takes pawn. So the king will be caught there. So bishop takes pawn is a good try. That's what happened in the game. But he went on to lose the game after bishop takes pawn because the queen still entered and took the pawn.
Whose game is it?
I don't know who the players were, but I saw the game. So here Black is threatening this check. Moving the bishop will be a good try by Dhriti, so well done for finding that. But there is a way to stop the checkmate completely. Stop the queen from coming here. How can we do that? Yes, Shrenik?
So after queen to c3 check,
Okay, I move the king.
then knight to f6.
That's just a free knight.
So then queen will take.
Oh, queen takes, okay.
But there's a
Okay, let's say knight. Okay, wait. So instead of. Wait a minute. So after this queen c3 check, which is a good try, I block with the knight, with the pawn. Or even better, I block with the e pawn. What now? I just need to stop the check so I can give checkmate to white. You can't take with the queen because knight will take the queen, right? If you take with the pawn, checkmate. So again a good try there. But do you have a continuation after this? Yes, Rayansh, you have a continuation.
no.
Okay, then
Sir, pawn to g3.
queen h2 checkmate. The threat is queen h2 checkmate and you're playing asking the queen to come down. That's like extra fire for the queen to come down. More reasons for the queen to come and give checkmate to you. So let's go back. The position was this, king was here. Queen b4 is the correct move. Queen b4, queen b4. King moves. Now I'll give you a clue. You need one piece to protect this square. One of your pieces has to come and protect this. Like if we can magically make a queen come here, that would be great because you're defending the square. Or if a queen comes here, or if a queen comes here, it's protected. Now it's protecting it. So all that is possible. I mean, not possible. So somehow somebody has to protect this square. How is it possible?
Oh my god.
Pawn was here. This was
The
the
king can protect.
king is not enough, no? King is already protecting it, but that's not enough. I'll give another clue. Your queen can protect the square. There is a way for the queen to come and stop the
Sir, one
checkmate.
move.
It can be any number of moves. One move that you have to understand.
Sir, two.
Okay, Meher.
Queen to d2.
Queen to d2, queen h2 checkmate. How is queen d2 stopping checkmate?
Sir,
Threat is here. You're doing nothing connected to the threat. Okay, 1 second. Patience. Dhriti.
so after you give check to in c3,
Queen c3. I block with the pawn.
you go to
Go to.
no,
So I'm still threatening checkmate. So let's go back. This was the position.
I
Pawn was
thought
here.
that you could move the queen and capture that pawn.
This-
From that pawn, you could go there.
That takes 2 moves. Okay, let's. Shrenik, if you simply wave, you're not going to get a chance. Rayansh?
Sir, queen to d4.
Queen d4. Oh, queen d4 check. I block.
Sir, then we can.
What can you do?
Uh,
How are you going to get to that square? Like, not get to that square, at least connect to that square.
Sir,
What?
then we can.
One more checkmate is about to happen, so don't play pawn takes pawn. 1 second, let Rayansh see if there's any continuation.
Sir, then we take bishop on d3.
Then again, same thing like queen h2, king will run, queen check, king will again run, queen takes pawn. It'll become bad for your king. Shrenik, 1 second here,
Sir,
Shrenik.
can you go back?
Yeah, this was the position.
Sir.
Yeah, this was the position.
Sir, queen to
Hmm.
b2.
Queen b2, I move my king.
Then-
Okay, actually queen b2 I block with the pawn, same
Sir,
thing.
Sir,
What's
then pawn to g3.
And Meher, what's your answer?
Go to the place where Riyaj played.
You wanted to play queen d4 check.
Yeah.
Okay, I block.
And then queen to f2.
How does that stop queen h2 check when you're again falling for the same checkmate?
And
There is no connection to the checkmate and what you're trying to stop.
Sir,
So you have to control this square, not f2 or h4.
Sir.
1 second. So the answer was already told by Shrenik. Well done. So Shrenik played. What did he play? He played queen b2.
yeah, that's what I was
Ah,
going to say. Then you move the pawn up.
Yeah, that you already told, and now it's easy to see it when somebody already told it.
I did not hear
You did
it.
not hear what he told. Okay. So queen b2 check. Pawn will block like before with any other check. Shrenik places it properly down. The people cannot see. Okay. So queen b2 check. King will move. Pawn will block. And now Shrenik found And Tridi found pawn push. Queen is controlling h2. So now if black queen comes there, what will you do?
The queen takes
Yeah, queen takes queen. So that's the way to stop the checkmate with the queen. And now it's a great position for white because white is up by, not up by anything, but queen is hanging and the bishop is hanging. So black will lose a bishop. So now queen has to move somewhere. Let's say where? Here, for example. And then you take the bishop and it's a great position. You're up a piece. Okay, now I'm going to show you a puzzle. You have to checkmate your opponent in 2 moves. That's the task. 1 second.
The last puzzle, right?
Yeah, the last question.
Then white goes. So the checkmate white or black?
I'll tell you 1 second. Let me first set the position.
Sir,
Yeah.
the sir is just talking about in my school.
Who?
That's the last class.
Huh.
Last Monday I was talking about.
Huh.
His name is Dhanush.
Dhanush. I don't know him. Maybe if I see him, I may recognize.
Yes, sir. Dhanush Ravi.
Dhanush Ravi. No idea actually.
Sir, he's a chess teacher.
Like old or middle aged or how old is he?
In this grade.
Huh?
In this grade, he's a chess.
Oh, one second. I'll give the question and then reduce the speed of the fan. So this
He's
is.
saying that he knows almost like every Karnataka player because he's been playing since 18 years.
Okay, alright. Okay, this is the position. You have to checkmate black in 2 moves. That's the task. White to play checkmate in 2 moves. Those who raise will not get a chance. 1 minute to think I have preferred. It's cold. Yeah, I've reduced the fan speed. Srenik has to learn to think properly.
Sir, I already thought
There is no way your answer is correct. What is your answer?
Sir, rook takes on d2.
Rook takes on d2. I promote.
Then rook to d8.
Rook blocks. That's 3 moves. 2 move checkmate. It's a puzzle. It's not like you have to win in some. It's not a game. In a game, you can take rook takes pawn and win easily. But it's a puzzle. 2 moves checkmate. Second move has to be checkmate. He should not be able to block or do anything. Second move should be game over. Okay, Myra.
Sir, rook to h1.
I promote.
Then rook check.
Queen blocks. That's still 3 moves. Smile.
So mine will also.
Okay, it's not that simple. Second move has to be checkmate. You have to find a way to checkmate black in 2 moves. Yes, Parth.
Rook takes pawn.
I promote.
Then rook.
D8.
Yeah.
I block with my queen. That is again more than 2 moves. One person already tried that. You have to understand what's already told.
But what if they don't promote?
What if they don't promote? What do you mean? What else will they do?
Sir?
You don't have to worry about what your opponent will do. Opponent will do what is best for him. What if they blunder their queen? What if they don't play a good move? That is not your concern. You have to checkmate black in 2 moves. That's a question. Yes, Dildi.
Sir, rook to b1.
Rook to b1. I'll take.
No.
Okay, Smile. What?
Rook to
Huh.
c1.
Which rook? The D rook or the A rook?
Rook.
A rook. Okay, 1 second. Meher, you raised first.
Rook to h1.
I promote.
Check.
Check. I block with my queen.
That's what I
Okay, now Smile, you want to play rook a to c1. I take it. Take this rook.
Then that rook to c8.
That's it. Well done. So the answer was rook to c1. You have to put the other rook in front of his pawn.
Oh.
So whichever pawn he takes with, the other rook will be free to move. If he takes with this pawn, this one will go and do checkmate. If he takes with this pawn, then this is checkmate. So it's game over. I mean, second move is checkmate, whatever he chooses. King can't move. He has to move either of the pawns. Yes, Pant.
So he can move pawn. I thought that was black's piece is that.
Okay. Yeah, this only these 2 pawns can move. There's
Oh
no other.
yeah, if I play my move, it might be statement. Right?
How will it be statement? Which move are you talking about?
The move I played.
Rook h1. I promote that. It's not stalemate. That is still checkmate. How is it stalemate? Rook h1 I promote. You gave a check, right? If you're giving a check, how will it be stalemate? Stalemate happens when there's no check and there's no move. That is still winning. That's still 3 move checkmate. Question was to give checkmate in 2 moves.
Fine.
So well done, Smile.